Good Sunday afternoon, Monarchs. This is Dr. C coming to you from the luxury of my home office. Today, on November 21st, this is Thanksgiving week. Here's what we have in store for your student this week. As always, our vision and mission are these. Coleridge Taylor Montessori empowers all students to achieve academic success, social and emotional growth, and the development of global and cultural competencies that will ensure future success. Our mission, the mission of Coleridge Taylor Montessori, is to provide safe, hands-on, rigorous learning experiences rooted in the Montessori method. In partnership with students, parents, caregivers, and staff, we will support the growth and potential of each and every child. Monarch core values: empathy, respect, equity, collaboration, and academic success. And our Monarch promise: we, the Monarchs of Coleridge Taylor Montessori, value one another. We honor our differences and show empathy towards others. We respect ourselves, others, and our school. We collaborate as a community and work towards equity. We are empowered to reach academic success and become next generation leaders. Our KDE improvement priorities. Number one is a commitment to a shared mission, vision, and values and beliefs about teaching and learning, high expectations, and rigor for all students so that we can continuously improve. Number two is to monitor and implement a behavior management system that supports a safe learning environment and positive school culture for all. And number three is purposeful professional development for all staff that supports the faculty, staff, and schools' continuous improvements. This week, the big things that are happening this week, win time assessment is happening Monday and Tuesday. So what we're going to be doing is we've been working really hard for the past few weeks in win time to help accelerate students' reading levels. We're going to do a quick little assessment with our win time groups on Monday and Tuesday. So it's important for your kids to be at school on time on Monday and Tuesday. And then as a reminder, test to play. There will be no after-school activities moving forward for students who are not signed up for the test to play. If you have questions about that, you can follow up with Mr. Baker. Remember, attendance counts. School begins at 9:05 sharp. Students should be in their classrooms by 9:05 each day. It's important for kids to be at school on time and in their classrooms by 9:05 so that they can start their learning day without any issues or concerns and they don't miss anything. What's going on this week? Again, win time is happening on Monday and Tuesday. Remember, there's no school Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday due to the Thanksgiving break. We are going to be doing reading conferences in our homeroom classes, so your child's teacher will be doing reading conferences with them. We also have guidance lessons happening in kindergarten with Miss Metcalf this week. And when we come back from Thanksgiving break, we will start our winter map testing window. So that's important. We're really excited about seeing how our students have grown and also figuring out what they need to work on next as we move through the rest of this year. Big reminder, no fast food allowed during breakfast or lunchtime. Please don't bring it. We won't be allowing students to have that fast food breakfast or that fast food lunch. We cannot offer it due to the United States Department of Agriculture's food program that all JCPS schools are participants of. Sick students, please don't send them to school. If your kid's vomiting, has diarrhea, a runny nose, a fever, any of those things, a rash, they should stay home. And if you have questions about that, you can contact your medical provider for next steps. And you can also contact our school nurse, Nurse Toya, for next steps and questions. We've added some new Monarchs. We're really excited that hopefully right after we get back from Thanksgiving break, we're going to be adding some new staff. We hired an ECE instructional assistant to help in our MSD units. We hired a first grade teacher that will be starting in December, hopefully, and then a secretary that will be starting very soon. So when they get here, we will introduce them to you. Again, the win time reading assessments are going to be happening at school. So making sure kids are on time on Monday and Tuesday will be helpful for that. And then map testing in December. We're looking forward to that growth. Remember to help reinforce at home. Students need to stay in their area. assigned seats in their line, in the cafeteria seat. They need to keep their hands, body, and other objects to themselves, and they need to use those kind words and kind actions. Reinforcing those Monarch 3 at home will help us make sure that everybody is safe and learning at school. We've had a lot of parents complete the mental health parent requests for referral. Please continue to do this. Parents, it's important that you know that if your child's already receiving services with an outside provider or with one of our providers at school, there are some rules about how many providers they can have and what is technically appropriate and ethical. So please know that we can't always hook you up with a new provider if you're already seeing somebody. If you have questions about that, you can reach out to Miss Metcalf or Mr. Randy. And in order for us to expedite any of these components, whether it is ECE paperwork or ECE processes for special education services or mental health parent requests for referrals, all paperwork and all meetings must happen at a certain time with certain people in order for us to provide those supports and resources to your students. So making sure that you keep up with those meetings and the schedules will help get your child what he or she needs. Remember, Test to Stay began on October 17th. If your child has tested positive for coronavirus, you cannot participate. Your child cannot participate in Test to Stay. Test to Stay has to be done the night before the day of school that the child is attending. So for students who were part of a quarantine from last week, they should be going tonight to get tested to prepare to come back to school tomorrow. And they must have a negative test to come back to school. And again, Test to Play, that is going to be, you can find information for the Test to Play program on JCPS's website. There's also a link here. You can reach out to Mr. Baker if you have questions. Remember, if your child comes in contact with somebody who is a positive case or they've tested positive, you need to let the school know immediately. We must have physical evidence from a laboratory in order for your child's absences to not be considered unexcused. So please know that we must have documentation from a lab about your child's absence if they were diagnosed with coronavirus. Thanks so much for parents who are not double parking and letting kids out in the middle of Chestnut Street. It is helpful because we are trying to make sure everybody's student and every parent is safe and supported during arrival. If you have additional questions or you need to see something that was in a previous Monarch Messenger, you can go to the actual newsletter body and you can find the information there. It has a rolling list of everything we've talked about since the very first week of school. If you have questions, please give us a call at the school. We appreciate you. Have a magical Montessori week. Remember, no school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday due to the Thanksgiving break. Take care.